Hey there, viewers! Like so many of us, you're probably racking your brain thinking of new ways to lose weight. Some people try diets while others go a little harder in the gym. But more and more people seem to be fasting these days. While the usual fast lasts between 12 to 24 hours, some go for days and even weeks at a time. But what if you were to stretch out of your comfort zone and actually fast for a full year? Is this even possible? What would it do to your body? Wait, was there a man who actually pulled this off? Now, before we get to this, I have to put out a big warning. Do not try this yourself. We're simply discussing what would happen to the average person if they fasted for a year. Every fast, long or short, should be done after speaking with a medical professional. Let's begin. First off, what exactly is fasting? Fasting is when you purposely go without food for an extended period of time. Some people will fast all hours of the day, while others will only eat within a specific window. This is known as intermittent fasting. Now, don't go thinking that because you're not eating, you're free to drink whatever you want. You can't exactly go sipping sodas. Your goal with fasting is to get the smallest amount of calories you can. Most people drink water, tea, or black coffee during this time, since they're low on calories and can help you burn fat. Fasting is practiced all over the world by different cultures. People of Islamic, Christian, and Jewish faith often practice fasting for religious purposes. This can last anywhere from a few hours to a few weeks. Now, with that out of the way, we'll move on to a bigger question. Does fasting actually work? The effects of fasting have been widely debated in the medical and fitness communities. Some people swear by it, while others are convinced it's the worst thing you could do to your body. The truth is that it all depends on your body type. The results of fasting vary from person to person. Things like your age, weight, body type, and genetics play a huge part. But generally, if you're willing to commit, fasting for a reasonable period does have positive effects, especially intermittent fasting. A look at 40 different studies found that intermittent fasting did indeed help people lose weight. The majority of subjects who fasted over a span of 10 weeks dropped an average of 7 to 10 pounds. Pretty decent results, right? Well, before you start planning your own intermittent fast, here's something you need to know. Most people don't last. A huge amount of test subjects ended up dropping out before the studies were even finished. They just couldn't handle the pressure of going without their favorite snacks, and who could blame them? What are some of the benefits? Weight loss isn't the only thing fasting can do for you. If you're fasting correctly, it can lower your risk of disease, balance out your blood sugar, increase your level of brain function, and boost your metabolism. You just have to be sure that in between fasts, you're eating the right foods. So, what do you eat when intermittent fasting? A lot of people think that since they're restricting their mealtime to a certain period of the day, this gives them the freedom to go crazy and eat whatever they want. Wrong! When intermittent fasting, you should only eat foods that give you the proper nutrients. I'm talking about vitamins, minerals, protein, and fiber. Things like fruits, veggies, whole grains, nuts, and fish are perfect if you're on a time-restricted diet. Cruciferous veggies like broccoli will give you your fiber intake for the day. When you're trying to lose weight, fiber is key. It helps keep your belly full for a longer period of time. If you're wondering which kind of fruit to eat, avocado is just right. Now, avocado might be high in calories, but it also carries a lot of unsaturated fats, which can help you to stay full. Studies also show that potatoes can also help you lose weight. Eating potatoes with your meal before your fasting period will keep your stomach feeling satisfied for 16 hours. When it comes to fish, experts suggest your intermittent fast includes around 8 to 10 ounces per week. Not only will you get protein and vitamin D, fish will give you omega-3 fatty acids. So, what's the best time for intermittent fasting? This is also debated heavily. The truth is, there isn't one correct time to eat all your meals. But if you're just starting out, try the 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. window. If you're eating the right foods, your body will be able to keep you going for the rest of the day. You'll just have to give your stomach enough time to get settled before bed. What would happen to my body if I just completely stopped eating for a period of time? Well, again, there are a lot of things you need to consider before thinking about a fast like this. It's normally not a good idea to deprive your body of food, unless of course you're doing it with the help of a doctor. If you're not fasting properly, it can increase your stress levels. Think about it, you're starving yourself. If you're required to do physical tasks all day, it's gonna be a little difficult to function on an empty stomach. Over time, you'll feel tired and sluggish. A bad fast will also leave you sleep deprived. Don't let this scare you. There are plenty of examples of people who have had successful fasts. One man in particular went quite a while without eating, about a year and change actually. That's right, this man went 382 days without food. Let's talk about the curious case of Angus Barbieri. He holds the Guinness World Record for the longest recorded fast ever. Angus was a 27-year-old obese Scottish man who, in 1965, weighed around 465 pounds. As the story goes, he was sick of being obese. He one day walked into the Mayfield Hospital in Dundee, Scotland, and told doctors he was ready to cut food altogether. The doctors agreed to help Angus do this as long as they were allowed to monitor him. In the beginning, they recommended just a short fast for Angus, as that was more than likely to help him lose weight. He was limited to tea, coffee, and soda water. He was also made to take multivitamins in order to replace the nutrients he wasn't getting. This included sodium and potassium. On top of that, Angus would consume yeast. As weeks went by, Angus was showing some pretty noticeable changes. Doctors thought he would have given up at this point, but Angus was determined to reach his goal weight of 180 pounds. This means he would have to drop a whopping 276 pounds. Over the months, Angus would continue visiting the hospital, sometimes staying overnight. It was here he would have his blood tested on the regular. Oh, and for his bathroom visits, Angus would use the toilet once every 40 to 50 days. Well, what do you expect? He wasn't eating anything. Now, you would think that any person going without food for this long would have some health problems. The thing was, Angus was doing rather well for a person whose blood glucose levels were so low. Angus reached his goal weight of 180 pounds after 1 year and 17 days. That's 382 days without any food whatsoever. By the time his fast was finished, Angus looked like a completely different person to his family and friends. Now, I know if I was fasting for over a year, my first meal would be something for the record books itself. I'm talking burgers, tacos, french fries, pizza, the whole works. This wasn't the case for Angus. You see, Angus had gone so long without food that a huge meal would have been bad for him. The stomach would have rejected it instantly. What he needed to do was take things slow and reacquaint his body with eating again. For his first breakfast, Angus enjoyed 1 boiled egg and a slice of bread with butter. When he was done, the Scot was quoted saying, "I thoroughly enjoyed my egg and I feel very full." So the question is, how was Angus able to fast for so long? You see, due to the amount of fat on Angus's body, his body was able to burn that fat to make energy. After just a couple of days of fasting, energy is created from the body's fat stores. For those of you who are not very big, your body won't be able to withstand a fast for this long. You'll eventually break, since there won't be enough fat to turn into energy. This is all the more reason not to try this at home. In fact, the Guinness Book of World Records actually removed Angus's accomplishment from their profile for fear that people would try and beat it. Your diet is crucial for your fitness, but you need to make sure you're not starving yourself. Let's keep the conversation going with a couple more diet-related videos, shall we? Here's what you need to know. Check out 12 diet mistakes to avoid when you're trying to lose weight. Or how about 13 breakfast foods that can help you lose weight fast? Go ahead, click one, or better yet, watch both and learn how to eat right. How long have you tried to fast for? Let us know in the comments below.